almost exactly perfect. How did I do that? What is going on, everybody? Welcome. Welcome to a very special giveaway that will start soon, as soon as I can adjust my very high-tech camera arm mount thing. So Katsu has generously, a little bit of salt there because I thought that I got to keep that one. And they said, oh, would you please give that away? And I was like, yeah, sure. No, I'm kidding. Really generous of Katsu to donate a beautiful and very well put together and high performance knife. That is the Katsu KS-T1 in San Mai ZDP 189 DLC coated, 66.5 Rockwell, zirconium front scale, polished zirconium front scale, Damascus overlay. Beautiful, beautiful knife. Not just a looker. The owner of this will be very happy with the construction. This is a very premium knife. Yeah, $400 value, which honestly is surprisingly low for a knife like that. Katsu, don't jack the price up. You got it good there. But yeah, somebody's going home with that tonight. You don't have to be a patron. You don't have to be a paying channel member. You just have to be live in chat with me tonight. You have to hang out and hear my voice for a little bit. I'm going to hold you captive and yell a bunch of stuff. But eventually, I'll draw, and somebody will get it. So, let me just hop in here. Where are we at? Oh, is the, there we go. Okay. I can't believe I got that. Oh, man, we can just barely see it. We got to scooch everything over just a bit, because people can't read it. Give me a sec here. Just gonna move the knives to the beat of this tasty beat from Mega Man 2, the greatest NES song of all time. That's Dr. Wily Stage 1 from Mega Man 2. I'll hear no arguments. Thank you. Please hold your arguments. There we go. Irish Roller in Florida. Welcome to Nights Around Knights Razor Sword. I'm having a real problem talking tonight. Razor Swords. Welcome to Knights of the Round. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, I was gonna paste. This is a good idea because number one, I can actually pin my own comments now, which is good because Instagram or YouTube took that away from me for a bit. I don't know why. I'm gonna pin my Patreon again because we have another Patreon exclusive giveaway going on right now, and we're in the middle of knife sales. I just sold the first group of 5 this week. There'll be another group of 5 next week. As you know, I sell my knives at a ridiculous discount on Patreon. I also do monthly exclusive giveaways, and this month we're actually giving away the very last of the GP Knives exclusive Rex 45 Spyderco Manix 2. That is just a free giveaway to enter for patrons, for active patrons. So if you want to join my Patreon for as low as $1, I mean, I say it's free. You can join for $1 a month if you want to get in on that. If not, that's fine because the giveaway tonight for the Katsu is 100% free. So my Patreon is pinned. It'll stay pinned. There you go. Love Rex 45, but I live in the humid South. Yeah, that's a problem. Rex 45 will certainly be a problem. I mean, with enough, if you clean it, enough, you should be okay. But you're gonna have to baby it there for sure. Boy, that XM24 just cannot fit in frame. Trying to scooch everything over. Trying to add a good spicy assortment here of new and old stuff. A lot of stuff on the table I have not reviewed yet. A lot of stuff you've already seen. How does the draw work? Step 1. Step 1 continued. There's a link in the description. Open it up. It says, what does it say? Enter here, live participation required. Click on that link. It's an unlisted video. I used to do it that way to keep the bots out, but this way it just keeps it all sorted. Everybody's commenting under the same video, and that way we know that the entries are only here live in the chat. So it keeps everything nice and organized. You just leave your comment and then you're good to go. But you need to be here live to be able to claim the prize when I draw. When will I draw? I don't know. We'll find out. That's my way of keeping you here and exposed to the Metal Complex experience, which is this rectangle with knives. What's the Pokemon knife? This is such a cool knife. It looks, I don't know if Max Ace did this on purpose or not. It's the Max Ace capsule, and it's such a fat little boy. This is Cerakoted titanium. I thought it was aluminum. The red and white parts. And listen, this is really well done. This is a nice knife. Max Ace, like at any time, they could make a full-on, super practical Ultra EDC, and they say, no, we want to make ridiculous stuff, but we want to apply our incredible level of precision. So they made what looks like a Pokeball knife, titanium overlays that have been Cerakoted, titanium, super thick titanium liner lock with a steel lock bar insert, M390 blade. Beautiful M390 blade. Really fun, really fat little guy. Honestly, it works pretty well. It's such a chunky little knife. I think they're like $220, which is kind of pricey, but hey, it's Max Ace. 14 months, let's go. What's up, pizza operator? Thank you. That's actually a super, it looks like a tiny knife, but when if you buy it, it feels huge. It feels gigantic because it's so thick. Super smooth too. Yeah, it looks like a little Pokeball, a little capsule. I mean, like, I know I'm supposed to look like a little capsule, I guess, but it looks like a Pokeball. Like, especially with the little divider in the middle. Maximate will hold an edge longer than Rex 45, but truthfully, I don't know which is less stainless. I think Rex 45 is tougher than Maximate. But I've had a Maximate Para 3 for a long time. I've beat on that thing. In fact, I've cut open some pretty crazy stuff with that. I've gone through some pretty thick plastic with, like, I cut into a bottle of, it sounds like a weak thing. I cut open a bottle of children's liquid Tylenol. Those really thick bottles just to see. It just carved right through it. No problem. Edge was fine. Ooh, let's go. Crazy Roach, thank you very much. What's up, man? I'm me says, boo everyone. All right. You have some food with your salt. Hey, it's TMNT. Let's see which one. TMNT, the arcade game. Oh, it's so fun. I used to rent this game back when you could rent NES games from your grocery store. We rented them at the grocery store. I would always rent this game. My brother and I could only beat the first 2 levels. We loved the game, but man, we couldn't get very far. Bottom second from the left, that's the Reich Alien with the, well, it's an interchangeable M390 blade. It comes with 2 M390 razors. Apparently these are Japanese razors. So you could buy replaceable generic Japanese razors for this, but the 2 they come with are M390. Honestly, a really cool little knife. Really cool. I got 2 of these, and you better believe I'll give one of them away. Can't decide if I want to give the black one away or this one, but that's right, just being weird. Hello, MC. Still trying to get in touch with you about a knife. Is there any way for me to contact you through your Patreon Discord? Yeah, you can try and contact me through Patreon. It kind of depends on what it is and what you're wanting to do with it, you know? I don't ever want to be rude to anybody. It's just like, anytime I say yes to something, it's to fit in content that I think would be fun for everybody. And also, you know, the schedule is really, really packed, so I'm really particular about stuff I'm accepting right now. Also, if it's something that needs to go back to somebody, that's another thing I have to factor in. It used to be that I'd tell people, like, hey, I'm going to have it for, like, 8 weeks. Anymore, it's like, hey, I'm going to have it for, like, 3 months or more. Like, and that's just a lot to keep track of. So it just depends on what you're wanting to do, you know? Like, you can send me a message and I'll try and check it out, but I don't want you to be mad at me if I don't respond, because it, like, stuff gets buried, and I really try to respond to everybody. But yeah, you can reach out to me on Patreon. What's the OTF next to the Pokemon knife? Yeah, this is in my opinion, this is the best OTF in the market right now, dollar for dollar. The Max Ace Neptune. What's that? What's that? Is that a Sanmai double-edged blade? Why, yes, it is. Thank you for asking. This is a Sanmai SLD magic blade. Nearly the size of the Combat Troodon, with all the same power. Ridiculous. Blade height to handle ratio. 70-75, some sort of future alien battleship, like finished aluminum. It looks great. Guess how much this is? It's $108. What? It hasn't failed. I have fired this thing probably 500 times. I sit in the living room and dude, this OTF is ridiculous. On top of that, I had a few people in the unboxing say, oh, well, it's just a toy. Not a toy. MaxAce, go to their YouTube channel and watch their destruction test video. They beat the absolute shit out of that thing. I couldn't believe it. That thing is nuts. Absolutely nuts. $108. Oh, it's out of stock. Okay, well, sorry. The first time I mentioned that, everybody thought their website broke. Their website was officially down for maintenance. It was just a coincidence. Everybody said I broke it. I did not break their website. The Mario 3 music is not helping my call. It makes me sound like, this sounds like a circus. Ordered my MaxAce Neptune the other day. Can't wait to try it. You'll love it. You'll love it. Tonight's my night. I'm calling it peace and love. What's up, Josh? Bottom thing. Well, there's a lot of them. Spyderco Yojumbo versus the Canis, please. I mean, the Yojumbo is probably going to be a better performer because it's not a compound grind. But the Canis is super nice, for sure. I mean, like, they're both really nice. The Canis is... Is the Canis USA or is it Taiwan? I feel like it's Taiwan. Can somebody tell me? Is the Canis a Taiwan? Doesn't it have the layered carbon fiber thing? Yeah, I was gonna say that's Taiwan. Bottom right, I'll show that real quick. That's a very special custom knife that was done just for me. And yes, I paid for it. This is a Francois Dutoy TF4 zero etch Damacor blade. Full polished zirconium scales with anodized titanium liners. Damasteel pocket clip, Damacor backspacer for whatever reason, just because I was feeling spicy. Sorry, I'm trying to... It's actually easy to disengage when I'm wearing gloves and they get caught, but the action is superb. I'm just trying to get it, there we go, over the bump there. But yeah, you guys like that? Oh, baby. Oh, look at the other side. Oh, boy, that's nice. Zero etch. So they were trying to get a contrast for me, and they were like, man, I'm not sure about this contrast. Like, you know, do you want to try a full polish? And I was like, can you do a full polish, like a zero etch, and still get the pattern? And they're like, oh, yeah. And so they did. They just polished the whole thing, and I was like, wow, that looks spectacular. So they went ahead and did it. Yeah, it's glassy smooth. That Francois Dutoy is no joke. I want to say that custom, that was a long time ago. I want to say that was it was either 2,200 or 2,400. But not a bad price for what it is, honestly. I mean, that's a handmade custom. That's a truly handmade custom. So I think it would too. I think obviously the maker is very, very capable, so I'm sure they could do whatever they wanted there. All black bottom center. That's a shadow auto stitch. Oops, no it isn't. Let me switch it. That's a different stitch. Hold on. I get it mixed up because I have two black auto stitches. Sorry, one sec. That's the one with the paragraph on it. But the one I was trying to get out was this one. So this is the standard stitch with the paragraph on it. And this is the shadow stitch, which is absolutely, this is the one that I prefer. The auto shadow stitch is definitely the cool one, but you're going to pay an extra $100 for them to delete that paragraph, which smart move, Microtech. You got me. Sterile blade for the win, I agree. I wish you could still buy. I think Rick Hinder could make some money offering sterile blades. Because if I could buy a Hinder XM18 with no logo on it, I would. As much as I don't mind the Hinder logo, like it's cool, but man, wouldn't it look clean with nothing? Like, man, Hinder, like you could print the blade steel on the flipper or somewhere else, like right here. Or put the Hinder logo right there, just delete it from the blade face. Oh man, that would be killer. What is this? This is Dr. Mario, yeah. Yeah, that is a smaller budget Valona. So they finally made the small Valona in budget form. 14C28N, this is a PVD coated battleship gray. Titanium scale, or titanium pocket clip. I think this knife is $50. Excellent. If you like the Valona, but you're like, it's kind of big, you can get these now. Super nice knife for right around $50. No, I haven't. I haven't people keep asking me about this review. Because people were mad at me because I kind of dismissed this knife when I unboxed it. And I didn't realize in the unboxing that it had tweezers and stuff in it. That's part of the reason why, people don't understand, when I do the unboxings, it's a huge benefit to me because I'm letting you guys know that the knives exist and I'm reacting to them organically, the same way that anybody does, right? You open up, take a look at it, right? It's just kind of fun, like a discovery thing. I mean, imagine yourself in my shoes. Part of what I do is just opening things up and I'm like, what the heck is this? So I do the unboxings to kind of share that part of my job with everybody. But the benefit to me is you guys point stuff out that I don't know about. And most of the time my viewers get it. Every now and then I get some wackadoodle psychopath idiot that's like, your content's terrible. You should know. You should know. Oh, Ben Peterson's my best friend and we high five every day and he takes me to Dairy Queen. And I'm like, dude, calm down. I'll review it. Sorry, I didn't know there were tweezers in there. I actually like this knife a lot. I like Ben Peterson a lot. I don't want to do him dirty, just chill out. I'm sure he'll still take you to Dairy Queen, Is this Kirby? God, man, Kirby's music slaps. It's so good. Every week I get in arguments with people who are like, I really don't think you should be mocking your audience. That's really bad for channel growth. Every now and then, some new guy's like, so I watched one of your shorts and one of your videos, and I just need to tell you that I think you're being a little bit rude to your audience. I'm like, have you ever had lemon meringue pie served to you via cannon? Sit cross-legged real quick and I'll serve you up, idiot. The nice thing about you guys is you get it. You understand it's a joke. It's a give and take in the comments. Most people understand this, but the people who don't, I let them have it. As soon as they tell me, this is how you should run your channel, I'm like, well, you're about to get a big serving of coleslaw in a plastic bowl duct taped to the edge of a sledgehammer in the form of text. That's what I'm gonna do. My live stream is a perfect example. The whole thing is one giant mock fest, and then I get it served back tenfold, and that's fun for me. I enjoy it. You gotta be able to laugh at yourself. 100%. I try to laugh at myself all the time. My biggest pet peeve, if you want to know how to rile me up, tell me how to run the channel. That's the thing. I'm like, man, don't do that. Because I built the channel based on my relationship with my real viewers. I built it this way on purpose. I've developed this relationship. I like this relationship. I like the way they do. So don't come in from YouTube Shorts, sucking your thumb, having keys jingled in front of your face, right? Just being entertained by slop, and then pop into my channel like, this is the, I don't know. I feel like he's being a little bit passive aggressive. Yeah, just a little bit. Spaghetti pants. You eat dinner to my videos. I love that. Do you prop your phone up against like what? Like another piece of like another bowl? You get two bowls out. One bowl's got your meal in it. The other bowl you prop your phone up on. I love that. My favorite one is, you talk too much, man. Like, you know what would be really good for your channel is if you make your videos shorter. And I'm like, no. That's what I do. I don't want to have to edit it. I don't want to, like, I want it to just be almost stream of consciousness. Like, that's the reviews especially. They're just like that. I read the non-members. You think I'm exclusive to members? What do you think I am, huh? You think I'm a big fat phony? I like that people are members, but I'll read everybody's comment. Brain rot. Yeah, YouTube Shorts is brain rot, man. If you just scroll endlessly, like, it's, I do that. I scroll for a little bit, but I like to watch content. If you're just like watching short videos with no context, that's why the comment section under shorts videos is so stupid. I will never engage in that because it's absolute nonsense, right? Especially the conspiracy stuff. God, that is so dumb. The conspiracy stuff on Instagram, you're watching a short 20-second video that's out of context. You're like, oh, the moon is made of cheese, or whatever they're trying to sell you. I see videos of like volcanic eruptions and they're like, the basilisk has emerged, and people are like, really? Like, it's nothing. It's out of context. It's a short video. People are so like ready to just digest whatever they see. Crap. I make YouTube Shorts too, but I try to make it simple. Like, here's a knife. It exists. Like, that's it. That's the whole video, right? Don't get me started on flat earthers, man. Don't get me started. The funniest thing I ever read was like a view of the horizon line from an airplane, and it showed the curvature. And I'm not going to get real scientific because I'm sure there's a couple of flat earthers, and just listen, you believe whatever you want, right? But my favorite comment, it was somebody saying, well, it's a well-known fact that the windows on the airplane are curved like a lens, so it's actually an optical illusion. Oh, no. Oh, God, it was hard to read. Welcome Nights Around Nights, raise your swords for Eric. Listen, you believe whatever you want. Like, for all we know, we could all be wrong, right? Here's my best theory. Everyone who lives on Earth is absolutely wrong about reality. That's my leading theory. We have absolutely no idea because we're just stupid blobs of meat, like, rolling around on a planet that's rotating around the sun, and the sun is part of a solar system that's rotating around a black hole with a bunch of other solar systems, and there's like billions of them out. Like, we have no idea. So who cares, right? Your perception creates reality? I mean, maybe. Maybe it's collective consciousness. We don't know. I'll entertain anything, you know? I just find the flat earth stuff to be exceptionally stupid. And here's the other thing. A lot of it now is just nonsense. I feel like a lot of it is like people jumping in to troll and like be funny. So a lot of the stuff out there is like created by trolls, and it's automatically digested by people who authentically believe the earth is flat, and they just take it at face value. So it's super messed up. You're not gonna get the truth from social media. You're just being stimulated, man. The Earth is round, NASA checked. I don't know if I completely trust NASA, but I don't necessarily trust anybody. You know, whatever. I mean, whatever. You can only like, you know, your perception of reality is based on what information you've gathered. You can't blame human beings for that. Like, you can't blame anybody for just like coming up with their own perception based on what information they have. A lot of times it's just, you know, like my perception is based on everything I know. And a lot of what I feel like I know has been fed to me by books or media or whatever. Right? So whatever. I'll live my life. I'll go get my mail and come back and talk about knives and pick up my kids from school and eat a cheeseburger and have a beer and whatever. Trust in pizza. I like that one. I do trust pizza. That's something I like. I can really trust pizza. Like, I know what it is. And when I eat it, it makes me feel good. Yeah, what does it matter? Exactly. Like, just like live and like try to be good, try to be nice to other people, try to do something nice for somebody else. And if they don't agree with you, whatever, that's fine. I promise you, no matter who you meet, who you talk to, you're going to find things you disagree on. That's normal. That's natural. It doesn't make them a bad person, right? I have personal friends who like strongly believe the Earth is flat, and I've just accepted. I'm like, that's fine, man. Like, if you live your life and you're happy and you believe that, then who cares? Just be nice to people, right? And joke around with them every now and then. It's okay to like throw a ball, you know, pass the basketball when they're not looking and hit them in the forehead. That's okay. They can do it back to you. It's funny. Just understand things are just jokes sometimes. See, I don't believe people suck. I think like everybody thinks like human beings are like more evil than good. I don't believe that. I think that like good in people is, it just has to be brought out. Like, you're partially responsible for the good in people to come out, you know? If you give a bad interaction, then people are going to give it back to you, right? I think people for the most part are mostly good. We have it in us, right? But you're responsible for half of the interaction. Be nice, you get nice, right? You get what you give. Pretty simple. What's the first knife? Top left? It's CJRB's new... I don't think they've announced this yet. Maybe I'm not even allowed to show this. It's like they're going to have like a Kickstarter for this. It's kind of cool. It's a little multi-tool like OTF razor thing. It'll come in a bunch of different configurations. Steel, aluminum, right? I forget what it's called. But yeah, you'll see it soon. Sorry, CJRB, if I'm not supposed to show that. They didn't say I wasn't, so... Even if he says I'm not brave enough to be an asshole, I'll tell you that here's my rule. Like, I will give people a million chances. I'll never mess with somebody in the food service. I've said this, my wife and I have the same thought process. If we go out to eat and we order something and we can tell the waiter or the waitress is in a bad mood, we'll give them a pass, because think about what they have to do, what they have to deal with every night. Like, you know, they deal with bullcrap, right? Even if a waiter or waitress brings me the wrong meal, I usually won't say anything. I'll just eat it, because they got stuff to. It's fine. I'll live. Like, some people won't. That's fine. But I think like people in food service, you should be, you know, polite to. But anybody who's doing any job, like, you don't know what they're dealing with. You know. However, if I'm in a line and it's a distinct line, and you try to edge in front of me, I won't be mean, but I will say something. Excuse me, sir or ma'am, or whoever. Person, excuse me, I'm standing here, so you can't be in the position I'm in. You'll have to go behind me where you were originally positioned. That does drive me nuts. I don't know why people do that. I don't know what time they think they're saving, but that drives me insane. But I still won't be mean. Like, I won't throw F-bombs at them or anything. Appreciate the working class 100%. Yeah, don't mess with people, man. Don't mess with people who are just trying to do their jobs and get through their day. Like, even if they're being a little sassy, like, just chill. I watched a guy unload on a sandwich person at Subway one time, and I was like, Dude, this is for a sandwich, man. Like you're investing all of this for a sandwich. You're gonna get a sandwich, and this guy has to make sandwiches all day. So I think that the sandwich person's allowed to be a little bit pissed off, and you should shut your face and just roll into a roly-poly ball and just die. Like, just shut up. I sell cars and people hate us. Yeah, no, I've been there, man. But let them need that warranty. Yeah. let them need that warranty to activate. Yeah, I'll throw a pie at you before I throw an... I will publicly throw a lemon meringue pie at your face before I say the F word. I told this story to my wife one time. Oh yeah, no, I'm in a sassy mood tonight. I watched this lady. She was a little bit older. Maybe when I say older, I shouldn't say that. She was late 50s, early 60s. I watched her not understand the lock on the gas pump, and she had it locked in and didn't understand that it was pumping. And I watched the whole thing. She pulled it out and the thing was still locked in, and she started spraying gas everywhere. And instead of trying literally anything to stop it, which all we know is, I mean, like we all know, like just pull up, let the lock release and let go. She didn't. She just held onto it and sprayed it all over her vehicle, all over the ground, all over herself. And she was going, oh, oh, like forever. And this guy finally came over and grabbed it from her and just shut it off. And he was like, you got to unlock it. Like, what are you doing? And she sat there and I could tell she was mad and like she wanted to blame somebody. I was watching her from like 15 yards away at another pump. And I was like, this is the only time in my life I've ever interjected. I was like, this lady's about to unload on the attendant. She's going to try and blame it on somebody. And she went into the gas station, and I went in there. I was like, I got to see this. She went in there, and she was like, your pump. She was already screaming at the lady at the desk who had no idea what was going on. She's like, your pump sprayed me and sprayed. And I had to. It was one time in my life I was like, I have to say something. I said, that's not what happened. You didn't disengage it, and you pulled it out and sprayed it everywhere. And another person had to come over and tell you how to turn it off. It's not the problem with the pump, and it's not a problem with the attendant. You were being stupid. And then she left. Like, don't put it on the attendant. That's insane. It's insane. This is back when I worked at the dealership. I think we were gassing up vehicles. And I was like, man, how do you not understand how that works? Like, everybody makes mistakes, but don't go in and blame the attendant. That's insane. Like, the attendant was like, I'm going to make this pump not lock so that the next person... I mean, if it was a joke, it was a funny joke. But the fact that somebody came over and immediately corrected it, I was like, no, that was this lady's fault. All right, let's talk about knives. Sorry. Yeah, exactly. How much it cost her an extra gas? So her clothes smell like gasoline for a sec, and she spent like maybe 60 cents on gas. Like, chill. He says, you gave me a great idea. Don't do that. Don't mess with people. The early days of Jackass were funny, but public pranks, like, unless they're actually harmless, unless they're just funny banter, right? Like, public pranking, I think, is not a good idea. Mainly because you don't know who you're messing with. How do you enter? So right here, how to enter, and then there's a link in the description. So just open the description, click on the first link that says live participation, enter here. What's the cheapest one? Excuse me. It's the wonderfully, I mean, like, this is a wonderful budget knife. It's the, I sound like a salesman. Now, this is really a spectacular piece here, folks. Check out the Miguron Valona 3.5. We got 14C28N, PVD coated, of course. Don't even ask me what that means. The G10 is Battleship Gray. We do have a liner lock, and we have a flipper tab. Wonderful value at $49.99. Actually, I have no idea what it is. That's my best impression of the home shopping network when it comes to knives. Truthfully, though, that is a really good budget knife. I mean, one of the better ones out there. The Valona needed a smaller size and not in their M390. The 14C28N is definitely better. What's your favorite lock type? I mean, so I like locks that are on the spine. But like, you know, like the triad lock is cool, but I like the super lock and the what does Winter Blade Co. call his like fancy contraption? That and the shark lock, like the ambi locks that are on the spine that are kind of spring loaded, like those are the best locks because they always end up being really strong and really easy to manipulate with one hand. And they're ambi. I don't like two-hand spine locks. Imagine having a $2,000 knife you don't use. Imagine taking time out of your day to be concerned with what other people do with their money. Boy, let me tell you. Oh, we have it. Oh, guys, hold on. We have somebody who wants attention. Hold on, let's give this person attention. Crackpot Whisper has had a whole bunch of Smirnoff Ices and has decided, I'm gonna go in and, you know what, it'd be funny if me, the mastermind troll, goes in and makes generic comments about having expensive knives and something else. I don't know. Say something else. What's your next line? I want you to cast a level 87 Dirt Wizard spell on this chat right now. Hold on, did you see him? Like it's like the most like obvious. It's like a big neon sign that says look at me, tell me I'm pretty. Crackpot Whisper. Yeah. Where'd they go? Oh, they're gone now. Darn it. Dang it, I was looking for some entertainment tonight. Why they get all quiet when you point them out? Dang it. Hold on, let's find out. Let's do the thing where we go to their profile and find out what kind of person they are. Go to channel. It's a topless lady, so you know that this person is doing great in life. Oh man. Hobbies include hole digging. Big fan of shovels and whatever. They left. I was really hoping they would pop back in. They were really mad. They were really like upset about the knives or something. I couldn't actually. I didn't get enough context. All right. Anyways. Pokeball knife is the Max Ace capsule. Very thick, full titanium too. Even the overlays. Oh, there they are. Here, let's read the next one. Just because something is a one of, you're trying to spell one off. So the word off has two F's in it. You're spelling the word of, which is not helping your case in terms of intelligence here. One of one. So the way you say that is one off, not one of one. Don't be a filthy casual. Doesn't make it expensive or worth the price. It doesn't matter what the material is worth. Wow. So everybody, we've been enlightened by Crackpot Whisper. So ultimately the goal here, I mean, like best case scenario, if this person gets made fun of, the go-to is going to be, haha, I trolled you, and look at all the people who reacted the way. But this isn't actually what's happening. So I'm not going to give them that out. What's happening here is we have somebody who is used to buying Ozark trail knives and thinks that metal is metal and that all metal is the same and the materials are all the same and the machining or country of origin. They don't take any of that into consideration. So what they're doing is bestowing their Spaghetti Wizard wisdom upon it. This person has maxed out the skill tree and really needs us to know that we have no idea and they have all the idea. Please, give us more of your nuggets of wisdom. I would love to read more comments from you. Did you see how long it took them to type that comment? Like, as soon as they knew they had attention, they're like, I got to bring up a real zinger here. I got to make sure that I'm going to lay it down thick. Type up another comment for me to read out loud. I would love that. Oh, man. I bet he's never dealt with this one. I wonder. Come on. Come on. Or is he back? Where'd they go? I can't. I'm sorry. The materials and time spent is not worth it. You're telling me they're spending more than 1,000 an hour making a knife. You're insane. So you're upset. Okay, so let's take the most expensive knife on the table. It's probably something like this. So a knife like this, they're spending $1,000 an hour. You're suggesting that they're making $1,000. So they're obviously not making it. They're not obviously not like 1,000. I don't even understand the question. I feel like you don't understand like how things cost money to be made, and then you have to operate the business, and then you also have to list the thing, market the thing, and then hope to profit enough to put the money back into the company. Do you not understand that? I mean, it was like an incredibly, I feel like a 7-year-old wrote that question out in crayon. Like, I don't, the way that you type the question out just makes you look like you have no idea what you're looking at or what you're asking. I mean, I don't understand. Yeah, now let's make it political. Ask your question again, but ask it with the mentality of a 14-year-old this time. And there's just there was a lot to unpack there, but there wasn't enough there. Hopefully it's one of your, yeah. Guys, we're clearly dealing with somebody who's not 100% there. So I feel I'm getting to the point. I'm getting to the point where originally I thought it was a troll. Now I feel like it's just a dumb person. So maybe we should. I don't want to make fun of somebody who's either extremely intoxicated or just very, very unintelligent. So let's let that one go. So glad for the great value of brain wisdom from. I got paid. I got paid to read that one. Crackpot, can you donate the next time that you make me read something? I honestly feel like I should be paid to read your comments. I can't do that for free. Like I can't try to read that slop for free, man. Or whoever you are. Why do you have a topless lady in your profile picture? What's that about? I love this. This never happens. Nobody ever tries to do this in the live streams. More than it takes to get the center of the Tootsie Pop. More than it takes to get to the center of the Tootsie Roll Pop. Why did you... They are capitalizing... What's interesting here is that they're capitalizing Tootsie Roll, so they understand enough about sentence structure to know that Tootsie Roll is a trademark and should be capitalized. All right. Oh man. What's your, hey, I got a question. Yeah, no, see, here's the fallback. So here's the typical, like, oh no, like, I'm definitely a troll. I definitely am trying to get everybody riled up, and I'm succeeding. See, I'm winning. It's the same thing that they all do. It's a genuine comment first, and then as soon as there's backlash, they're like, no, this is a part of my plan. You see, all the chess pieces have aligned, and now I will be present for it. That's not your plan. It's cute. Here, watch this. So now that they've invested all the time, now that they've spent time, look at this. Here, publicly, I gave them the hammer. Now they just have to sit and watch everybody else make fun of them. Suck rocks, idiot. Go back to your meatloaf sandwich or whatever it is you were doing before this. I'll tell you what, now that they can't chat, I bet they'll go out in their backyard and find a really cool rock. And then who's a loser? Huh? They're going to go out and find the coolest rock they've ever seen. And they're going to add it to the mantle above their fireplace. So then who's wasting their time, huh? All right, let's get back to knives. I actually really like meatloaf, and the truth is, so the reason I said meatloaf sandwich is, has anybody ever put meatloaf on, between two pieces of bread and like a piece of cheese? It's actually pretty good. Like, I'm not gonna dog on you if you like meatloaf sandwiches. I actually really like that. You know what's happening right now? They're desperately trying to comment, and they're not understanding why nobody's reading it or interacting with it. It's because your comments are invisible to me and everybody else. I'll entertain you for a bit, but I can't, it's as long as I'm having fun with it, it's great. But after a while, if it gets old, then, then it's done. The meatloaf sandwiches are awesome, 100%. $2,000 rock they won't even use. It's never a good look to, like, even if you are intentionally trolling, to display your master plan, to say out loud that your plan is to get everybody riled up, that's Troll School 101. You don't reveal your master plan, you keep it going. If you have to reveal your master plan, you're telling everyone that it wasn't your plan to begin with, or you're just really bad at what you're doing. You don't tell people you're trolling them. You don't tell people, look how riled up I'm getting you, because that makes you look weak. You got to keep it going, and then the people who know, they know. That's the mark of a real troll. Never let them know. That's grade school. That's dog water. Mikey Trails. Welcome to Knights Around Knights Razor Swords from Mike. Imagine that's your master plan. Like, that's where you... that's where you got. Yes, of course. Tonight is the night. I've been planning for months, and now they will know the might of... what were they? Pickled... What the heck was it? Something began with a P. I can't remember. I literally already forgot who they were. I have no idea. Meatloaf and coleslaw. Don't do meatloaf. Don't do meatloaf dirty. What's the thought on the Blade Binge OG collab with the XL Hogue Dark Mode Deca? What? I don't even know what that is. I guess I'll have to research that. If you win, you'll use it for food prep. I think that's fine. I mean, you can use it for whatever you want if it's yours. Meatloaf with ranch is fire. That's secret fire. I agree. That's why we have the Gort emoji. Do the Gort send-off, and then we'll be done with that. Everybody Gort it up in the chat. Gort it up for whoever that was. Just Gort it up real quick, and then we can be done. Oh, I gotta turn this back up. There we go. That's why we have that. We use gourd as a weapon here. Enough! Enough! You're abusing your Gort privileges. This is abuse. I grant you power and you use it against me? How dare you?
I needed this laugh. It made my birthday great. Oh, cool. Jeremy, happy birthday, man. Thanks for the donation. Happy birthday. Okay, change your emojis to swords for Jeremy. Raise swords for Jeremy. Have you reviewed Snex's new, have you seen Snex's new design? It's a redesigned Super Lock. No, but I will have to check that out for sure. All right. I will now like actively pay attention to knife questions. Slow your roll, MC. She works for the Magna Cut. For Magna Cut, just so you know. Oh, she does. I don't know if I believe that 100% or not, but thank you for the donation, Sabrina. She works for Magna Cut, like the Magna Cut company. Do you mean Knife Steel Nerds? I assume that's a sarcastic comment, but I have no idea. Do you like butter knives? I mean, for butter, yeah. Hey, MC, about the Rex 45 Spyderco, what do you trust for good pocket clips to replace the heinous wire clip? Probably those milled clips that they offer. I don't know too many companies that make, like, good replacements for the wire clip. But, like, see, I keep defaulting to the MXG, but that's a standard 3-hole clip replacement. So I don't know. Lynch Northwest makes them? Okay, there you go. Hey, yeah, let's talk about Joe X, because that was some pretty crappy stuff. I'd like to officially say that I feel extremely bad for Joe X. I have no idea what happened. It's unfortunate that we didn't get much context. What I got from the video is that somebody threatened him. Oh, hold on. We got a comment here. There's not enough likes on this video. Thanks for your donation. Somebody threatened him, and his channel got shut down. Now, could have been somebody publicly. I'd like to say I have no idea. I don't have any inside information on that. But he was pretty upset. He had a good channel going. He did his own content. I think his content was just as important as anybody else's, right? He did a lot of hard testing. All I can do is speculate. Looking through the comments and taking what little context I got from the video is that somebody threatened him. Now, in the event, and I don't know this, I'm again just speculating, in the event that a company threatened him because they didn't like his video, that is some downright despicable behavior. As a spectator of this situation, I'm going to say in the most generic way possible, whoever that was, if it was a company, had better hope that their name doesn't get out to the knife community, because that will be some serious backlash. I don't like that behavior. As a huge Rick Hinderer fan, I didn't like that Rick Hinderer came after Transparent legally, and I said that in my video. And obviously, other people don't like that either. So I don't know what happened. I don't have the videos to be able to do the research because the videos are gone. But it seems like some company came after him, and that's pretty nasty. So, I don't think that that's going to turn out super well for whoever came after him, because he deleted his channel over it. How soft do you have to be? Really? How soft do you have to be to come after somebody like that? They must have threatened him pretty hard. Really, really despicable behavior. Whoever it was. I mean, listen, I have an ego, and people come after me all the time, but that's... You throw your ring in the hat, and you gotta understand there's gonna be criticism. Now, I don't have the video. I don't know what he did. I don't know what would have made whoever mad. I have no idea. People are shouting out names in the chat, and the reason I'm not highlighting it is because I don't know. I don't have any factual information, so I'm not gonna weigh in on any particular companies. What I will say in a generic sense is that's a bad move. Whoever did that was a stupid move. Did I say ring in the hat? You throw your hat in the ring. If you throw your hat in the ring, yeah. Sorry. If you throw your ring in the hat, that's a bad move in and of itself, because it doesn't even make sense. But if you throw your hat in the ring, then yeah, you're part of it. Like, you gotta be, even if the criticism is unfair and you don't like it, the worst move you could make. I mean, listen, if you have like a reason to say, hey, we don't like this, okay, but threatening somebody legally to the point where they delete their channel, I don't even know what happened, and I can tell you, my perspective is it was probably pretty venomous. It was probably a nasty move. I don't like it. Joe X. It's a big, that's an important person in the community. Not to say that any channel creator is not important, but people knew Joe X and people liked his content, right? Guy did a lot of hard testing. Obviously, he's going to poke at people and people are not going to like it, but what he did was point out somebody was a little bit sensitive. Somebody was a little bit, a little bit weak. So they took the easy route and they threatened him. That's what I got from it. What's the bottom leftmost knife? That's the, what is this? The concept, cleaver thing. What is this? The Corvid. Yeah, it's the medium-sized Corvid with titanium scales and a Damascus blade. I think it's a 9CR, 10CR Damascus blade, I think. But a cool knife. I have to go to the bathroom, guys. Tell me your thoughts and what you know. I won't say anything out loud based on, the fact that I'm a channel creator and I don't have the context. So I can't weigh in yet. But if you would like to discuss it and share information amongst each other and get whatever information out you want between yourselves, that's perfectly fine. And I think it's probably a good idea. Just, if it's not apparent, I'm actually pretty upset about the Joe X situation. And I would very much like to get more information on it. I'll be right back. All right. Open no rules. You guys are having some great discussions here. Okay, so tonight it's 7:30. I'm actually going to draw slightly early tonight so that we have a chance to hang out. I'm going to do people who are in here just for the drawing. I'm going to do you a little bit of a favor, and we're going to draw slightly early. People who like to hang out with me afterwards and feel like they always get the crap end of the stick because I only give them like 5 minutes, I'm going to do you a favor as well. Okay, so we're going to draw early and make everybody happy. How's that? Does that sound good? Once again, if you haven't done this yet, do this real quick. If you're just popping in here, right? That's how I keep you guys on your toes. People are trying to come back late, like, we don't need to watch the whole thing. He always draws 10 minutes before the live stream's over. I'm keeping them on their toes. So we're going to draw early, but I'm going to give you just a few minutes here. How to enter, there's a link in the description, okay? I want you to open up the description and click on that link. Don't worry, I'm not going to try to sell you anything. You don't have to join any programs or anything. It's literally just a unlisted video, and it keeps all the comments in one place. You just need to leave a comment under that video. Right? It goes over the rules, like for shipping and stuff like that, and like, having your name drawn, but essentially that's it. That's all you got to do. I will take this time to remind everybody that I do have Patreon. You can support this channel, but you'll get major benefits on Patreon, which is actually pinned. It's the pinned comment and chat. Right now, we have an active Patreon exclusive giveaway for this guy right here, which is the Rex 45 Spyderco Manix 2. That's the monthly giveaway. I do monthly giveaways on that channel. On Patreon. I also do private knife sales, which we are also right in the middle of. My knife sales are always heavily discounted, sometimes 50% off the stuff that I get for free from retailers and manufacturers. So there's a huge benefit there. You also gain access to private chat. People trade and buy from each other there. You'll also gain access to my private Discord. You can get all of this for $1 a month. I have a bunch of tiers. All the tiers are the same. You can give me whatever you want, but if you just want to join, $1 a month, that's what I do there. So I also do once a week content, just letting people know what's going on behind the scenes and stuff like that. It's a fun community over there. There's a lot of people over there. So if you want to join, there you go. Oh yeah, I wanted to show this. I forgot. I always forget. This is the one that I think this is Hericus blommerus. I think. Now I wanted to call this the Rhino, but I'm not sure that it is. Whew. This is one of the ones that that Scott sent me. Look at that. Yeah, Hericus blommerus. Woo, baby. Golly, what a sweet piece. Okay, we're gonna very carefully put that one back in the bag here, but I didn't get a chance to show that off tonight, so I want to do that. Scott always coming in clutch with the really cool stuff for sure. Okay, so what we're drawing for again tonight, folks, is a very generous donation by the Katsu Knife Company. We have Sanmai DLC coated ZDP 189 hardened to 66.5 Rockwall. We have a Timascus overlay. We have a polished zirconium front scale and a titanium back scale with a polished zirconium pocket clip. Beautiful, beautiful knife. Value of somehow $400. Honestly, I think most people would put this at 600 plus. So pretty amazing. Somebody's going to walk away with this knife. And again, nobody had to pay anything to enter. There's no entry fee. You don't have to join Patreon. If you're watching right now, even if you're not subscribed, you can literally just do the instructions and you can win. So that's all you got to do. I'm loading up the comment picker website. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just giving everybody a chance to enter this. And then after we draw, it's just free chat from there. So if you're here for the giveaway, you can go. I won't keep you any longer. It's almost like detention. You just have to sit and listen to me complain and talk about whatever I want to talk about while I have Gatorade. Okay, we are all set. Let me go back to the top here. So this is the comment picker website. This is third party. We're going to reload the page so everybody knows it's a fresh page. We're going to take this and we're going to link the exact link. I'm going to let you guys see it. The exact link that you used to enter. Feel free to pause the live stream and type that in for yourself to make sure that it goes to that video. It will not lock you out. It'll actually let you access it. Oh no, an advertisement. We can't have that. Sorry. Skip that. You shut your mouth. All right. So we're going to scroll down here. We're going to filter duplicate users. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to get YouTube comments. Oh boy. Would you look at that? It's time for another Gatorade. Gonna toss these. 1,300, 1,400. 1,500. Wow, look at all these non-participants. 1,613 entries. So there's your odds tonight, folks. Let's do this. You guys ready? You guys ready to find out who won? Here we go. The winner of the hyper exotic Katsu KS-T1 is Ninja Tiger 1366. Love your videos. There we go. We're looking for a gray N. Ninja Tiger. His name will probably be a little bit different because that looks like a user ID, which is usually the case, right? A lot of people who enter are just people watching YouTube and not content creators or specific participants in the YouTube social world. Come on now. He's got 2 minutes and we don't know. He is right there. Ninja Tiger is absolutely here. He is here. Ninja Tiger. I feel like this is a fitting knife for somebody whose name is Ninja Tiger. This is yours. You won this. I'm going to give you this, the box it came in, the card that shows the Rockwell hardness. It's actually the Vickers scale, but it translates to 66.5. That's yours. All you have to do is email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com. That is literally all you have to do. But you need to include your full first and last name, your full shipping details. That way I have everything. And listen, don't worry if I don't respond to you all the way up until Friday of next week, because that's when I do my shipping. But you'll get a response email from me confirming the shipping and the tracking information for the knife. So all you'll have to do is look over it and say, yeah, that looks good. And then it'll go. And if I get something wrong, don't worry. I always wait 24 hours to ship it just in case you want to make an adjustment. But I'll get it out to you. Priority. So congratulations. That's yours. All right. Let's move some of these others back in here. And we're going to chat it up because we got like over 20 minutes to just talk. How we used to, right? These live streams used to just be Metal Complex chatting. I mean, it's still that way. It's just the benefit is there's a bunch, we give away a knife. I feel like that's the right way to do it. Like do a live stream and everybody talks and everybody chats and has a good time. Then, you deal with a troll here and there and then somebody wins a knife. Just leave all these out. We'll leave that guy right there. Don't worry, I'll box that guy up and make sure it's perfect. Still good. Lightly carried by me, obviously, for review purposes, but you'll find that it's in very good condition. Bring Crackpot back. So what I always do is anybody who gets blocked during a live stream, I immediately unblock them after the live stream's over. Because who knows? They could be drunk. They could be having a bad night, or maybe they're just extremely stupid. I mean, who knows? But I don't block people permanently for live stream comments, right? Because that's just an opportunity. Like, sometimes people feel like they have no control over things, and by jumping into a live stream where they have an audience, because the audience is there for the content creator, sometimes I feel like they have a little bit of control, right? And so I have to assume that people like that are pretty hopeless. So the mercy is you unblock them after the live stream. People who are blocked longer on this channel is people who are like repeat offenders, like for weeks at a time, they just leave like constant negative comments. Like, then I block them, and then after like a few months, I go back and I unblock everybody. So nobody is ever permanently blocked from the channel. Everybody just gets a timeout here and there, It's like if you're just being nasty and terrible for no reason, like, nobody needs to hear your big stupid face. Like, just if you have a reasonable criticism, that's fine. But if you're just crapping all over everything, like, just shut up. I'll never block somebody for a reasonable criticism, but the problem is that everybody thinks that every comment is a reasonable criticism. If your track record, which I can always see the comment history. If all you ever do is just leave generic, out of context, like just dog crap comments, then it's nothing. It's not a benefit to anybody. What's my favorite Girl Scout cookie? That's an interesting question. So I feel like I'm going to get people mad at me for this, but it's the ones that are it's like the caramel, coconut, chocolate glazed ones. Another awesome stream. Congratulations again to Ninja Tiger. Hey, that was really nice. Thanks for your donation there. But I feel like is it the samosa? Samoas? Is that what it is? I don't like coconut in particular, but I do like the caramel glaze. and the chocolate stripe, like, man, I could eat a whole box of those easily. That's the best one. That and like the peanut butter chocolate ones. I get mad when people are like Thin Mints, and I'm like, man, that's like a diet Sprite in cookie form. Like, that's just such a nothing cookie. And like, my wife disagrees with me. Like, she's so into those Thin Mints. She has to put them in the fridge or the freezer and eat them cold, and this is like a cult-like thing. And I'm just like, man, I'm not into those. Peanut butter patties are my second. You like the lemonades? Those are all right. Excalibur update. Excalibur is moving at light speed, and I'm actually, so my partner, I almost said his name. That would have been bad. He said, I have an update coming for you like today. And that was 2 days ago, and he obviously got sidetracked, and that's okay. He's got other things going, so no problem. But he has something for me, and I'm guessing it's the completion of phase 3. Which would be really cool. Or at least a big step in phase 3. Because we had to, we had some detours, right? And so this most recent one, I said, let's do this because I know you can do this. So let's go with this. And he said, all right. So he said he has an update for me, and I'm guessing it means he's figured out how to implement it. No, see, that's what's funny, Aaron. You said, I suppose you also don't like mint Oreos. Seems to be a divide, similar to pineapple and pizza with chocolate and mint. It's a very insightful comment. Aaron, I actually do like mint Oreos, but I think it's the texture of mint Oreos. I think that those actually taste really good. But that is correct, though. The divide is similar to the pineapple and pizza issue. And a comment on the I'm getting really like this is a really important like philosophical. Pineapple pizza for a long time I was very against, almost like violently against. Like I almost wanted to boycott any company who served pineapple pizza. And I did try it and I hated it. And then I tried it again. Like I remember I was like really, let's say under the weather at a party multiple times in college. And that's what they ordered. I'm like, man, you guys ordered the pizza without me. So they order the pizza and all the pizzas get there and it's all pineapple and ham. Pineapple and Canadian bacon. I'm like, whatever, I eat it because I need food. Like, what are you going to do? It's 2:30 in the morning, right? And I think over time, my inebriated subconscious convinced my sober conscious, like, hey, you're missing out, bro. And now I love it. I love pineapple pizza. It took a long time. I mean, I was an adult when I decided I didn't like it. It wasn't like I was a kid. I was an adult. And then I changed my mind. Ryan says I violently hate pineapple and pizza. When are you doing another mystery knife giveaway? So we're gonna take. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We had 12 last week. We drew for 4, 2 winners. They each chose 2, so we're down to 8 for quick math for anybody who can't do subtraction. Those we'll just pick up on that next week. I took a break because Katsu. So I thought Katsu was like just giving me that, and I was gonna be selfish and keep it because I thought it was cool. But they said, we want you to give that away. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. So we'll just do that because it's a pretty cool knife. So I just centered this giveaway around the Katsu. But we'll pick back up on the mystery stuff next week. I know you guys like that. He said, pineapple and mixed drinks taste like throw up. So I don't ever do mixed drinks. Like the few nights that I've ever, my go-to, because I couldn't stomach anything. If you guys want to know a fun fact about me, I don't like liquor. It's very hard for me to handle like whiskey or like but my go-to, what I could stand was, I think it was Canada Dry and gin, or it was like a Red Bull vodka was what I went, and that was a bad combination, was Red Bull vodka. That was like my college party days when my friends would be like, don't drink beer, it's too slow. How will the pre-order for your knife work? 2-week pre-order, limited slots, just down payment of full costs. What would it be? Besides PayPal, no idea yet. Hang on one sec, I'll answer that question. We have a knock at the door. I will do that as soon as I'm done with this stream, okay? And then I promise I will. What are they barking at? We'll do a post about those, okay? For sure, all right? What'd you guys choose? You haven't started it yet? Okay, I'll be up there in a little bit, okay? The dogs are barking, they're all mad. And then I'm the one who, gets the dogs to be quiet. So, we don't know yet. I probably won't decide exactly how it'll work until after the knife is fully completed. But what I stressed was we need to make this, available. I don't want to do, this is how many we have, and we're just going to release them all at once, and whoever gets them, gets them. Because not everybody has the same schedule, right? I want... people who are not available at certain times, I want them to have a couple of weeks to be able to pick this up. Not just in terms of work, but in terms of if they're trying to save for it, right? And they get paid at certain times. I'm not trying to stress anybody's budget, but at the same time, I want them to be able to financially plan for it if they want it. So I'm going to try and spread it out as far as I can, but we're not really that far yet. But that's my goal. So I hope that answers your question. But anyways, sometimes when I would go out with my roommates and at one point, I think I've talked about this before. The second time I went to college, I rented out this gigantic house with 5 buddies. And it was a party house. And we had the upstairs and the downstairs. We had 2 living rooms that we just stretched one living room out into the dining room. We had 4 refrigerators. There was nothing in those refrigerators but beer and mustard. But we had this huge house, and a bunch of my friends were going to college for, the second time, and a bunch of them were just working. But I was also going to college for the second time, but I convinced everybody to kind of come together. And when we would pregame and hang out at the house, and we would just leave our doors open, and whoever would come in, and we'd all just hang out together. So we're a fun group. We were an inviting group, right? We didn't say no to people who were just walking in off the street, because it was a Hays, Kansas, so it's a pretty cool place. But we'd go out, and my friends would be like, let's go a little faster. So the only thing that I could handle was a mixed drink was Red Bull and vodka, which was a disastrous combination. And I stopped doing that in my early 20s because, man, that was awful. But to go back to the pineapple pizza thing, if I had just had beer that night, I was always good to go. And pineapple pizza just slowly became a thing that I wanted. And I was always happy, because I was never around when they were ordering it. They would just order it. And I'm like, oh, cool. Yeah, it's pineapple tonight. Great. Eventually, I feel like my chat wigged out. Okay, there we go. I will never, and that he said if you can recover after a certain point with Red Bull vodka, it's a statistic. Yeah, I think a couple of times I've tried. I went to South Carolina. I went on a family trip with my brother and sister-in-law, my wife, my brother and sister, her brother and sister, and their husband and wife. And we went to South Carolina. We had a great time. And for the first time I tried it was like a martini. It was like a caffeinated martini with vodka. And that was the first time I'd gone back to a caffeinated alcoholic beverage. And wow, it was great while I was drinking it. But man, the aftermath was awful. It was really good. It tasted amazing, but man, it was not good afterwards. And it was even worse because it had sugar in it. I always did the sugar-free Red Bull because I couldn't handle the sugar. I'm not a big fan of sugar for the most part. The folder in the lower right, that's the Wii Nefaris, which I still have yet to review. This is a very good folding knife. There are a few people who swear by it and think that it should have been knife of the year on this channel, and so I'm taking a little extra time with it to make sure that my thoughts are gathered correctly. I literally have every variant of this knife here, thanks to Scott, who acquired it by I don't know how he got all those, but I'm going to take my time with that one and really give my thoughts, because people have very strong feelings about that knife. So I think it's very good, but I feel like maybe I should spend some more time with it to really understand. So. JC, I feel like you just said something that should have been obvious to me forever. So you're talking about if you spike an electrolyte drink with booze, it won't make you feel so crappy. Well, the problem is that like beer is mostly water already. So if I take a Gatorade, like an actual Gatorade, right, which is full of electrolytes, and then I spike it with something that has, much more concentrated alcohol content. Maybe not, but I feel like I'm already doing that with beer. Like most of the light beer I drink is 4.5% alcohol, and I don't really want to become like obliterated anymore. Like when I was in college, when I was in college, sometimes that was the goal, but not anymore. So now it's more like I want to have fun, but then I want to tone it down after a certain point. Like after the live streams, I want to stop and like have a meal and like hang out with my kids and stuff. So I feel like spiking a Gatorade would be maybe like if we correlate it, I won't feel so crappy, but I feel like if I just did that for the rest of the night, I would feel substantially worse tomorrow. So I feel like you're there, but it pertains to people who like have a more specific like hardcore goal. Oh man. Super Mario 3. Let's go. Greatest video game of all time. Greatest video game of all time. I'm just going to say it. You guys can say what you want, but Super Mario 3, I think, as somebody who's experienced everything, modern and classic, Super Mario 3 is my favorite game of all time. ZT0350 is not good. Compared to what? I think it's fine. I don't think it's fantastic, but I don't think it's bad. Beer and bread. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to tell you, like, my generic strategy. Like, if I feel like I've had a little bit too much, just eat some carbohydrates. Obviously, you should just try to limit yourself, right? Know your limits, right? But bread will definitely help out. HMC, been following you for a while now. Happy to see your channel is booming. I'm late to the party. Is that Katsu a liner lock? I hate to see titanium in the back and Zircon in the front. It's technically a frame lock with an overlay. The problem is you can't make a frame lock out of zirconium. Now, I think it would have been interesting if they had done a backscale in zirconium and then done a titanium liner lock. I think most people would have preferred that. We'll see what Katsu comes up with. They are clearly just getting started. Katsu is a company to watch. I did not expect them to make something like this. They have shown that they are very interested in making wild stuff, so we'll see. Is my chats visible? Yes, they are. Devil Dog Cody, your chats are visible. Did you think I blocked you? I wouldn't block you. I think people think I block a lot of people. I don't. I think my current block list is like 40 people. There's 400,000 people subscribed to this channel. Like, I've got 40 or so people blocked. It's very unlikely that you're blocked. You have to be a royal asshole for me to block you. No, I'm gonna. Like, people get mad and they're like, censorship! If you're being a dick, I'm gonna shove a sock in your face. Like, that's how it's gonna work. You want to talk about freedoms? Like, I have the right to do that. Like, the same rights apply. I have the right to do that here. Just like people have the right to go on Reddit and complain about me. That's perfectly fine, right? But you're going to get a sock in the face here if you're being a dick. But there's like 40 people blocked here. That's nothing. 332277. All right. Thanks, Mark. You're not banned. No. Nobody here's banned. I can see you guys. My thoughts on the Bel Air, very generic, very straightforward, and obviously, like, I don't want to say riding the coattails in a negative way. I mean, it's a good market to tackle because the bug out is successful. I mean, they know the Bel Air is a good model and it's priced correctly. I think the Bel Air is good. I hope they make a bigger one. Do I power lift? Not really. I have a casual gym rat bodybuilder routine. but not in a bodybuilder sense. Like I'm not 250 solid muscle. Like my routine is, if you're going to label it as something, it's most closely resembling a generic bodybuilder routine, but it's I'm not a power lifter. Have you seen the Ketro Soulstone by Beard of Doom? This is the second time it's been mentioned. I need to look that up. I have not. Thoughts? Spyderco Smock, definitely one of the best Spyderco knives ever. I love the Spyderco Smock. I have one in my collection, the Blade HQ M4 edition. MC is 210 all legs. No, quite the opposite. My legs are, if you ever meet me, if I ever go to a show, you'll be like, wow, that guy has a much larger top half than he does bottom half. And that's not genetic. That's because I don't like to do legs. I'll just be real. I am a classic gym rat. Go Niners! You bring that up with 4 minutes to go? Let's talk about football. Who thinks the NFL is scripted? I'm gonna attack you. I'm just gonna let you know I'm gonna attack you. Let's see how divided we are. All right, we got some people in between, which I like. So the people who say to some degree, I agree with you. I agree with you to some degree. I think that in some very isolated circumstances, we have some malicious activity. But do I think it's scripted like a WWF match? Like, I'm going to be... listen, don't take offense to this. I'm about to say something really brutal and probably insult your intelligence. If you think that the NFL is play-by-play scripted, I think that you're a very unintelligent person. I don't think it's possible to coordinate that kind of thing. Hang on, we got a knock here. Well, it's not 8 o'clock yet. I got to talk about the NFL. Lily? Oh, okay. I'll give her a sec. Let me finish this up. I'll come upstairs. The NFL cannot be scripted to that degree. And, I mean, you've obviously been scrolling on social media and just taking things at face value, like what we were talking about earlier. It can't happen. Do I think that there are some nasty figures? Maybe, sometimes. But you've got people all over the place. Like, listen, does everybody remember when the Chiefs lost the Super Bowl? I mean, like, we've been there a lot. The most recent time that we lost, there were Chiefs fans saying that the NFL was scripted for the Chiefs to lose. No matter who wins and no matter who loses, there's always going to be a group of people saying so-and-so had, they had money here and wanting this, and that's why they scripted it this or that way, right? I think most of it is bad calls, and that happens, right? Quarterbacks, any quarterback, especially on a good team, there's a little bit of a pillow there. It's not just Patrick Mahomes. There's a lot of people. We've also had some terrible calls against us. And you're not going to know that unless you watch every single game. There's a lot of NFL teams that I like and have a lot of respect for. And truthfully, this includes the 49ers. I have an enormous amount of respect for the 49ers. And as much as I have faith in my team, I'm very much afraid of the 49ers. I have no idea what's going to happen. I don't think there's a scripted outcome for the Super Bowl. I think that the fact that Taylor Swift is present is almost meaningless. I think that she's making a ton of money off of it, and you guys have to remember something. Every time you complain about Taylor Swift, you're putting money in her pocket. Whether this is her intention or not, right? The network puts the camera on her because they know people will complain. And when people complain, they make posts about it. And when they make posts about it, it's all over social media, which means more people pay attention to the Super Bowl. More people put money into it, right? People who would otherwise not be interested are now interested, right? So it doesn't have to be this nefarious plot. It's just going to be the outcome. But when you complain about it, all you're doing is serving this plot you think is occurring. It's just a thing that's happening. The Super Bowl is going to be the Super Bowl. And if the 49ers win, Chiefs fans will say that it was the plan all along. Stupid Chiefs fans. If the Chiefs win, stupid 49ers fans will say that that was the plan all along. It doesn't matter. The Super Bowl is going to happen. The outcome is going to be the outcome. So why waste your emotional energy on it, right? Enjoy the game, watch the game, have a beer, have a soda, have a water, eat guacamole, whatever you're going to do, right? It's exposure, but listen, people complaining about how often they're exposed to Taylor Swift, you're exposed to advertisements the entire game. You watch way more advertisements than you do see Taylor Swift's face. The whole time you're like, I just want to watch football. You're watching so much. You're watching freaking Pizza Hut ads way more. Even if you're like, I'm not eating, I don't care about pizza, right? Same thing. But people love to hate Taylor Swift, and obviously the networks have figured that out. Oh, we can play on these people. They're going to complain about it and post about it. You comment about it, you talk about it. Right now, I'm talking about it, right? I mean, either way, it's money in the pocket. Here's what I like. The outcome of this is that our program, because of Taylor Swift, has had an enormous financial dump into it. Whatever the outcome is, our funding is massive. The amount of money that has been dumped into the Chiefs program is absolutely massive. So if you don't like the Chiefs and you want to complain about Taylor Swift, think twice, because you're just giving us money, right? But all the respect to the 49ers, they're a scary team. They're a capable team. I'm all for my Chiefs, but I respect the 49ers. I expect it to be a good game. Whatever the outcome is, I'll accept it. But I think it's going to be a good game, for sure. I wanted the Lions to win. Just so you guys know, I wanted the Lions to win. And it's not because I love the Lions. It's because I'm afraid of the 49ers. And I thought the Lions should have won that game. So that's my take. All right, I got to go. I got to shut my dog up because she's upset about something, and I got to figure out what it is. Congratulations to the winners. Thank you all so much for supporting my channel and listening to me ramble about a bunch of topics tonight. It's all for fun. It's all a joke, right? It's all just, I mean, semi-serious stuff, but we're just having fun here. So I hope you guys understand that. But I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for letting me live my dream. I will still be live next weekend. We'll give away some more stuff. Congratulations again. I said to the winners, to the winner of the Katsu. I hope you all have an excellent rest of your Friday evening and an excellent rest of your weekend. Bye.